Razor Sharp Studios, it's time for the Bigdog AC Show. Bigdog AC Show. We are here, man. We're getting so close to Halloween, it's pathetic. I'm trying to figure out something to do for Halloween, and we're trying to. And AC wants to walk through a cemetery. I don't know if I can actually pull that off without shit in my pants.
You can do it.
I don't know.
You can do it. I was just writing down a quick little note when we started, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but the Halloween show is going to be off the fucking charts.
It will be. We're building up to it.
Yeah, we are. We're putting our minds together and coming up with some crazy ass shit for Halloween.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate you listening,
and
hanging out with us.
And for watching
now
on YouTube.
Watching the show. Yeah. Yes. Happy Halloween. We're coming up on that. First thing we got to talk about is this fucking beer. The first thing I want to say is I ran out today to get this 12-pack of beer. Because we saw it in the store a couple times, and I'm like, yes, I'll get it. Nobody will buy that.
We've seen it for a few weeks, and like, we should really try to get that.
So I run to the store, and I can't get it. It's gone. Mm-hmm. It's sold out. There's 1 6-pack of one of the. What it is different flavors of beer, and it looks like it's Halloween. So we wanted to talk about that all the way up to Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
We have one of the beers tonight. It is an excellent beer. It is a pumpkin beer. And it's awesome. I mean, we're getting ready for the season. No doubt.
Yes, we are. And once again, this is Elysian.
Yes.
And I do believe, I keep saying Elysian Fields, and I thought I was wrong. But now when I've looked, I think it is Elysian Fields.
Right.
But Elysian Brewing.
Yep.
They have a pumpkin pack is what you're talking about. There's a 12-pack with different variety packs, different beers. And it looked so cool. The 12-pack looked really awesome.
We walked past it 5 times.
We've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let's go ahead and get it.
We didn't get it.
And then boom. So this is one of the beers. And actually, I think a couple of years ago, we did talk about this beer.
Right.
Because when we were picking things for Halloween, like beer, Halloween-y type beers.
Yes.
Beer, you think?
Yeah, the Halloween beers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elysian Night Owl Pumpkin Ale.
Pretty good. Not
and
bad.
It is very tasty,
yes.
And it tastes like pumpkin and pumpkin spice. So
yeah,
you can taste the cinnamon, the clove. Yeah.
So is the cinnamon, what I'm tasting, the kind of a spice, a little hot? When you drink, it's a little hot. Is that the cinnamon, or is it something different that they put in there?
Well, there's nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, ginger, and allspice. So any one of those.
The allspice probably. Yeah.
Any one of those could actually be a little spicy. And I believe this says it's 6.7.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We didn't know that.
It is really good.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's very tasty.
Yep. So we appreciate that beer.
We do.
We're going to try to get the 12-pack of that and try each one of those because there's a different one in the 12-pack.
Yes.
So we'll try to get that.
We're going to try to get the pumpkin pack, right?
I tried to buy it today, and the guy's all, dude, that shit's gone. I'm like, what? Where the fuck did that go?
I was at the store last week. I should have fucking bought it. Well, before, there were like 10 of them.
Yeah.
There were like 12 of them.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it's all, whatever. Yeah. And I knew it. Our luck, it's going to be gone. But we're going to search for it.
We're going to look. And that's the fun part about doing a beer show is that we get to go out and try to find the stuff that we want to find. It'll be kind of cool. So we're going to look for that. So maybe next weekend we might have it. We'll see what happens. We're going to jump on some birthdays, a couple birthdays. Of course, we're going to do these birthdays. Come on, man. Tommy Lee and Vince Neil's birthdays. Happy belated birthday.
Yes.
I mean, shit, they're still rocking. They're still doing shit. Motley Crue's going to go out with Def Leppard on a European tour next year. This is what I hear. Mm-hmm. And then apparently they're going to do a residency again in Vegas in 2024. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but if you get a chance to check out the Crew, fucking do it, man. Do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You never know. You never know when Nikki's going to hang it up and say, I'm done.
Well, you never know when Vince is going to know the words, not know the words. Know the word, it's always like,
Come on.
I'm sorry. But you have seen it multiple times.
I don't cap on Rob Zombie.
Yes, you do all the time.
Yeah, you can't.
But it was still a good show when we saw them that one time at Shoreline.
Right.
But you could tell that Vince was kind of like, he was kind of not sure about the words, and he was kind of just.
I was so hungover at that show.
I didn't we were almost didn't go because you were super hungover. Yeah. I'm like, we gotta go.
Yeah,
so like, I have seen the crew. I don't want to go. But
it was cool. We went and saw it, and it was cool. The crew fest. It was Crew Fest, right?
That was with Buck Cherry too.
Buck Cherry was badass.
Buck Cherry was awesome.
Yeah, they were fucking great, man.
They were really good.
They were awesome show.
Good. Yep. So happy birthday to Vince Neil and Tommy Lee.
Yep, happy birthday to Vince Neil.
How old are they now? 80, 81?
60. I think Tommy's 60, and I think Vince is up in there in that area. They're not 81. Fuck. Damn. Okay. All right. I see how it is.
Rob Zombie's like old too.
I know. I see how it is though. You know, I'm a massive Crew fan, so you know you got to give me a little grief.
Well, yeah, just like I did with Kiss too. Yeah, with their AARP card. All of them can get their AARP cards. Do you think they get them and get the discounts?
I don't think they care about the discounts. They're filthy rich.
They don't need them.
No, they don't. So they're.
I'm just wondering.
They're filthy rich.
But do they get the inserts in the mail like we always get?
I don't know. They might. You know, AARP is pretty good.
Nikki Sixx, please join AARP.
No, you're talking about Kiss.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
After you're 55, I think you can join AARP. So, Gene Simmons.
AC's had a couple of Elysian beers.
Would you like to join AARP?
She also had a little incident today. She went to the store. So she's all fired up, ready to rock and roll, man.
I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about it, but we will. We can.
Yeah, I mean, she went to the store today. Go ahead. You tell the story. And this is like a movie review, so kick back and enjoy this shit. It's going to be awesome. I'm just glad you didn't do anything because I don't want to have to come get you.
I wouldn't be here right now, honestly.
I didn't want to come get you out of jail.
So I was going to this store that ends in Mart, okay?
Yeah.
And so I was following behind this car that was going somewhat slow down the aisles, and all I wanted, parking aisles with her,
right?
Parking rows, and I just wanted to park, go in, get my shit, and come back. Right? That's all I wanted to do. Right. Trying to get stuff from my parents, my elderly parents, by the way, who my dad has dementia, and I was trying to buy them clothes and buy them a new phone.
I've been
and
there.
so I was doing stuff for that.
Yep.
Keep that in mind, okay?
Yes.
So then I'm behind this car, going super slow down the row, and then all of a sudden he turns into, I thought, a parking stall. To the right. So I'm like, okay, because he fully pulled in, I thought, completely to the right. Okay, he's going there. I turned to the left really quick. No problem. I parked an empty spot. There's a parking spot in front of me. So technically the whole row was empty right there.
Right.
So then I get out of the car. This random fucking, what?
Just be nice.
This random fucking, I'm gonna call her a Karen because that's what everyone calls people like this.
I gotta keep an eye on Joe Pesci over there because she'll get a little upset.
Random bitch Karen.
Yes.
She comes over because I parked next to where you put the carts away.
Right.
So I thought she was just putting her car away, right? So I'm like walking behind the car and going to walk to the store, and she said, "You're an asshole." No, she said I was an ass. I don't think she said asshole. She said, "You're an ass," and I was like, what?
What?
I really was like, and I said, like, what are you talking? Like, why? I was really like, why am I an ass? Because you saw that guy was going to back into the spot and then you just whipped in behind him and you parked. I'm like, what are you
First off, back into a spot? Going to back into a spot, bro.
Yes.
For what?
At a shopping center.
So you're cool as fuck because you're backing into a spot?
And that's why I say the parking spot that I apparently pulled into is the one that this douchebag was going to back into.
Right.
When all he had to do was pull in forward and go into the spot
like
in front.
Like a normal person.
But he could have pulled into the one ahead of that one and he would have been.
It would have been back now.
It would have been the same thing. So it's just on the other side.
So anyways, you jumped into the other spot.
So I parked into that spot. But then when she tells me that, I'm like thinking, well, why didn't... But anyways, I was like, I thought that was illegal.
Yeah.
Because it usually is. I don't know if it is in Oregon.
Around here, who knows? Man.
And I know that even if it is illegal, the cops don't really care. People do it all the time.
They're busy.
But I said that, well, that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that, is what I said. And she said, well, that doesn't matter. Sometimes people around here like to do that. And I'm like, well, first of all, no, I didn't say first of all. I said, it's none of your fucking business. Oh, well, it's none of your fucking business. And I know I cussed. And I usually don't when I'm trying to talk to people. I'm usually very good about it. But this time I was like, well, it's none of your fucking business, because she came at me calling me an ass.
Right. And this is the reason. That people like that come at people that they don't know and get their ass kicked or shot, or stabbed, something.
Run over.
You dumb fucking ass. Come over there yelling and screaming at somebody. You have no idea what's going on.
She had no idea who I was. There's concealed carry here. I could have had something, and I could have said, well, she's threatening me, right?
Well, you could have said whatever, but the bottom line is, people need to understand, when you're doing a road rage or some bullshit like that, you better pay attention, because you don't know what that fucking person's going to do.
You don't know what that person's going through.
No.
Like I say, going to buy stuff. I'm an ass, but I'm going to buy clothes for my elderly parents.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy my mom a phone so that she can use the phone.
And you know what? And that was wrong.
I'm the ass.
That was wrong. She said all that.
Yeah.
But her dumb ass doesn't understand. Man, people are fucking crazy nowadays. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
You know what? She could have been yelling at somebody whose husband would have jumped out of the car and just beat her down.
Yes.
People do not care anymore.
You don't know what the other person is dealing with. Why? It maybe, like me, I did not even notice that person was going to back in. And I said I didn't notice that. And she said, well, maybe you should pay attention. And I'm like, fuck you. Why should I have to pay attention? I was already waiting for this person who was super slow going down the road.
Oh, man. So
anyway,
that's what happens.
So then I said it was like none of your business. And then, you're not supposed to park there.
Right.
And she said, well, people around here, sometimes they like to park like that. It's like, oh my God, it's none of your fucking business. And they said, well, sometimes when you see something, you got to make it your business and tell someone they're an ass. And she started walking. She started walking away. She put her cart away. But then that's the thing that pissed me off. That's multiple things pissed me off about the situation. But what pissed me off a lot also about this is that she feels like she can go ahead and tell me I'm an ass and then just boom, bye, I'm walking away. I don't have to listen to what you have to say. I don't care what your opinion is. I say you're an ass and I'm going to go away.
That's right. I better get out of here before you knock my ass out.
She said, and I said, you're a fucking bitch for telling me. And then she was walking to her car and then that was it.
That was it. You know what? She
did not come back to me.
The best thing she could have done was get in her fucking car, get the fuck out of there.
Which is what she did. I was looking, and I was looking at her, and I was waiting for her to turn around, and I even checked my car when I got back out of the store to see if anything happened to my car.
Yeah.
But if I had done something to her, if I had even said, like you said, that's how people get shot, that's how people get stabbed, that's how people get hurt, I guarantee you the fucking cops would have been right there sitting by my car when I came out of the store.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing you didn't do anything
for threatening
physical.
her. And I didn't say that. I just said, you're a fucking bitch. And that was kind of all I said.
She left, and she knew.
She left.
She knew when she confronted you, she wanted you to bow down. Oh, no, she's not going to do anything. And you didn't. Then she started backtracking to her fucking car, which she should have done. This is how people get hurt. Being a brave Karen, thinking your shit don't stink.
Yes.
And somebody fucks you up.
Yes. And
damn.
And if you're going to bow up on somebody, just be prepared for what happens after.
Well,
like, she did not expect me to defend myself.
No.
Which I had I think I had valid reasons for I was like, I'm not an ass.
Yeah, no. But talking is talking. If she would have been physical, you have every right to defend yourself.
Yes, if she had been physical, if she was like in my face and all that stuff.
Touched you. Yes,
yeah. I for sure
would have just lit her up.
Something, it would have been different.
So the point is, if you're an idiot, then you get what you get.
The point is, mind your own fucking business.
Mind your own fucking business.
The person that was backing out or that was going to back into the stall
never paid attention.
Did not tell me anything. They just moved on to their lives,
So,
and I honestly, and the people that know me know I would not do that on purpose.
No.
And that's the thing, that she didn't even fucking know what was going on. She doesn't know me from anybody.
Nobody.
So I'm not doing that to be an asshole.
So her roly-poly ass runs up in there and tries to give you a little grief.
Yes.
Stupid ass.
And
what a
I will describe
bonehead.
her as she had some cut-off shorts on.
Yeah.
A tank top that's way too tight for her.
Oh.
And like the top part,
that's
the top part of her. Look, hold on. The top part of her looked like a top part of a snowman, like the middle and the head. Because her face was round.
You're being mean. You're being mean now.
I am being mean.
You're being mean.
And I'm not saying that I'm super skinny.
Knock it off.
But she was bigger than me. Like, chunkier than me. Anyways, and that... I did not call her any mean names, except I said a bitch when she called me an ass when she was walking around.
So you're even.
That was all I said.
You're even.
Yes.
Because everything's
so
good.
I think I kept my composure relatively well.
The point we're trying to make here is that be careful. If you want to jump on somebody or for something like that or anything, be careful because you have no idea what's going on with them.
Be careful who you bow up to.
Oh my
That's
God.
all. I mean, it was none of her fucking business.
No.
What does she care? What does she fucking care?
No.
Where I park and another person.
She just happened to be standing there when you pulled in.
Yeah.
And then dumbass who was trying to back his van in or whatever it was. Fucking moron.
And like, why are you backing into us?
Did she know this guy or whatever the fuck it was? Who knows?
I don't know. It was her civic duty to tell me that I was an ass. And it's like my civic duty was like, that's illegal. Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
But anyways, that was my experience. And it basically pissed me off the rest of the day.
And we gave her a couple beers. She calmed down a little bit. She started mellowing out. Then she had to go from that dealing with her father. And now that's a whole other.
Then I went into the store to buy them clothes because it is starting to get cooler here in Oregon.
Yeah, it's very cold outside.
And me being the ass that I am, I actually went over there and tried to buy them clothes.
You're an ass.
You know, I bought clothes for them so they don't get cold. Yeah. And bought bought a phone, cordless phone.
Right.
So I'm an ass for doing that.
You know what?
So I went in there.
Hey, AC, you're an ass.
I am an ass.
You're an ass.
Not the worst I've been called. So that's the truth. But
you're an ass.
But I don't feel it was warranted in this situation. So I went and did that, came back, went to my parents' place, and I was fully pissed off.
I know. You called me. You're all, what the?
I was fully pissed off.
Oh, my God. Just calm down.
And then
don't beat her fat ass. No,
my dad's over there like, when are we going home? Where are the cows? Oh, I got to feed the cows. I was like, anybody that knows, they sold the cows. Yeah. There's no cows at their place. So, that's my dad's dementia.
I think what would be a good podcast is having your father on the podcast. Just having him sit here and just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about?
It would be a good show if you want to just hear the same question over and over and over for the whole hour.
Can I get one of those beers? I just want to get one of those beers.
You just made me hit my microphone. You're an ass. You ass.
I just wanted to say that you're an ass.
You ass.
And sometimes people like to back into their parking, whatever the fuck.
Oh, people around here like to back in. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I'll get you a beer.
Dude, I mean, in California, everybody backs in. They do. They fucking back in.
I think we have put some of these back in the fridge.
Ah, look at that right there.
Woo, woo. Yeah, they're good.
Okay, so when we're done with this segment, we'll put them back in the fridge.
Yeah, so pay attention to this. It's a really cool little pack. It's this Night Owl. Really cool little 6-pack. But, those are going to go back in the fridge because they're starting to get a little warm. Because the studio's warm.
I'm watching Monday Night Football. We don't talk much about sports around here. Unless they're fucking
football every once in a while,
bonehead people that we talk about.
Yeah.
And we'll get more into the not only Monday Night Football, but we'll get more into the NFL, and particularly Tom douchebag Brady. So hang out for that. It's going to be killer. Monday Night Football, everything's running well. It's kind of a good game. All those games have been kind of boring, the Thursday and the Monday.
Well, I'm just wondering that the Thursday night games that now Amazon has on there, Amazon Prime, I'm wondering if they're regretting this. They're regretting that shit.
They got to buffer every fucking thing they do.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. So anyways, Monday Night Football, some dumbass guy, streaker, I don't know what, runs onto the field. He's got a flare with some red smoke or something. What in the... Anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah, is he an ass? He must be an ass.
He must be an ass. You can ask that bitch over there at Walmart.
She probably would say he's an ass.
Yeah, he's an ass. So anyways, he's running onto the field. And he's running right by the sidelines. And then Bobby Wagner, a linebacker, blows his ass up.
For the Rams.
Blows him up. They drag his ass off of there, which they should have.
Yeah.
And then now the next day, he's like, oh, shit, I'm going to file charges.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to It's like, dude, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner's just standing there. He probably just put a shoulder into him, knocked his ass out.
Or maybe he just clotheslined him or something.
I don't know. I didn't see the video.
Because they don't show that part,
no,
right?
No, they don't show it. But I didn't see the video of Bobby knocking this motherfucker out. Look. you run out there like that, you're going to get knocked the fuck out.
You got to expect something.
Yeah,
They're not going to let you run around.
No. And, the fat security guards are trying to figure out how to get somebody. Those athletes will get that motherfucker.
Oh, they can get him.
Yeah, quick.
Like you said, the reason he's going to sue, though, is because it was one of the players.
Yeah, one of the players. If it would have been like, one of the security guys, he wouldn't sue because the security guy's making like $5 an hour.
Yeah.
But it's Bobby Wagner, man, what a fucking piece of shit.
So he's suing him personally, Bobby Wagner personally.
Well, he's trying to see if he wants to get legal stuff going on. So that's what he's trying to do.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong. I don't talk politics, but there's something wrong in our society if you can do that.
There's a lot wrong. So
yes, but I don't like talking about it. But if you can do something stupid like that and then try to sue the person that stopped you from doing something stupid, then there's something wrong.
It's something wrong. And you know what? And the douchebag district attorneys and shit, letting people out, whatever.
Yeah.
That all has to stop too, man.
Yeah.
That all, because I'm reading stuff and I see, this guy just got out of jail, no bail, and he killed somebody.
Well, yeah, and we've seen a few things where they're letting some people go, and then for these little minor things, and then they turn around a couple days later, they're stabbing people.
Yeah,
they're doing another crime.
Nuts.
It's like, duh. What the fuck?
Well, it's the douchebag district attorneys, spineless motherfuckers, and we won't talk politics. But
no, I'm not trying to, but it is frustrating.
But it is frustrating. We were just talking to our neighbors today. Shit, they're getting stuff stolen out of their car, truck, whatever. Mm-hmm. And these fucking pieces of shit that run these cities don't do nothing about it. Sit on their fucking ass and get paid.
And we would get in trouble for defending our property.
Yeah, I will defend my property. Mm-hmm. So whatever it takes.
Just like that, because we're asses, Karen.
That's right. Motherfuckers. Okay, are we done?
So take that. So, but then
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. So that was the end of the politics stuff, right? But if you're watching on YouTube, and then for those that are listening, I will take pictures, but I hope you appreciate we have decorated the studio.
Yes.
We have my lovely spider here. We have spiders because I'm a spider person.
Yes, you are.
And things are slightly decorated, or not slightly, but pretty decorated.
Yeah.
And I even have my little pumpkin troll earrings on.
Yes.
I'll have to take pictures of those.
Those are awesome. AC really goes bananas when it comes to Halloween.
I do.
I mean, she does, Thanksgiving and Christmas, of course, but Halloween is the fucking holiday for AC.
I have said.
And me too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you're involved whether you want to be.
I know. I don't have a choice.
October 1st is the beginning of the holiday season.
You asked me earlier. You said, "Hey, what would you do if I was a witch?" I'd be fuck. I'm in it. I married a witch.
This is our witch episode.
That's it.
We're
going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about shit, man.
Oh, well, we did get something from a listener.
Hold on.
Okay.
I got to get this out.
Okay, go.
And then
I was just going to hold it up to the camera so people could see it, but that's okay.
Yeah. So 2 years ago on the 6th of this month, I jumped ahead a little bit, but
that's okay.
But Eddie Van Halen passed away 2 years ago.
So I can't believe it's 2 years.
2 years, man. So I got him right here.
Yep.
He's always going to be a part of what my life was all about and what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because I was like 17 when he put his first record out, and that just blew my shit up. So we appreciate you, Eddie, man. Thank you. And I also appreciate Wolfgang. People are always wanting him to just get back in the band and do some Eddie Van Halen stuff, and he's like, dude, I'm doing my own shit.
Yeah.
So it's cool. But yeah, I remember that 2 years ago. I think I was sitting in what was that little town out there outside of Kingsburg? We were living in California, Kingsburg. And there was Selma. Was it Selma?
There was Selma. Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in the parking lot right there by the Wendy's.
Oh, yes.
And then the Selma Shopping Center put Eddie up there and
yes,
said,
they did. I was very surprised.
I was surprised, Yes. I was like, holy shit. Somebody knew about that. So
the impact that he would have.
That was a lot. That was a ton of respect. So
yeah.
So 2 years ago, last week. So we appreciate you, man. It's very cool. Yeah. It's been a while, huh?
I can't believe it's been 2 years already because I feel like we just did a little thing for him on the show and stuff. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah,
crazy.
We just ripped it up, man. It's just what a fucking guitar playing machine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Stick around, Bigdog AC show. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about.
We have things. I have. Okay.
Here it is.
Oh.
Here it is. One of our listeners sent some stuff up to AC.
Yes.
She sent an envelope that said, "Don't open until you're drunk."
It says, "Do not open sober."
Yeah, sober.
So same thing.
So we're going to come back. We're going to open that envelope, and we're going to get into a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
But the show you want to watch, I mean, you're probably watching this one.
I hope you are.
Yeah, is Halloween.
Yes, we're building up to our Halloween episode.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, this is Big Dog
And AC.
from the Bigdog and AC Show podcast. After 20 years plus in the radio industry, I want to share my stories with you. Rock and roll is a lifestyle. Join the podcast now. Warning, explicit content.
Big Dog, AC, we're hanging. We're getting close to Halloween.
It's our show.
It's going to be fucking insane, man.
It will be insane.
It'll be nuts. They're trying to get me to go to a cemetery, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going to walk through a cemetery at night. It's not going to happen.
Well, you know,
I'll walk through one in day.
in the
night,
day.
just no night. No.
In a couple weeks,
Yeah.
on our demon episode, maybe we'll be able to conjure a demon. Though that's something that I'm gonna.
You know what? We were talking about that earlier, and I said,
Yeah.
"Do you really want to fucking get a demon rolling around in here? Holy shit, man!"
You don't think there's one in here already? Who knows?
I think so. Over there, laying underneath that light.
She's laying underneath the light.
Man, we appreciate you listening. We're hanging out. You know, I talked a little bit about the NFL earlier. I got one more little thing I got to touch on with that. You know, Tom Brady and Giselle, they're getting a divorce. That's what they're saying. They're done. That's
what they're saying.
They're saying, yeah.
Who
You
knows?
know, I don't blame her. He's a fucking asshole. So,
is he an ass like me?
No. I mean, you're almost there.
Oh,
You're like about another 5 Super Bowls away from being a dickhead.
and about $2, $3, $4 million away.
Yeah, a lot more than that. Anyways, so the buzz is Pete Davidson's just waiting for Giselle.
Oh my God, I even saw
Pete
that.
Davidson's just sitting there waiting,
Like
because that's what he does. So he rolls in and does shit like that. So it's
do we want to get into Pete Davidson again? Because
No.
we talked about his big horse schlong that we had mentioned before.
That's the only reason that he's doing what he's doing.
That has,
And when I hear one of the women he's been with say, "Oh, he's a beautiful man,
no,
and he's so nice and he's cute," and I'm like, "Cute, really,
no,
dude? I wear glasses. That is not cute to me. It's not at all.
It's not cute to me either. I got glasses on too.
As a woman, AC, is that cute to you?
Not to me.
Oh man.
So he must be really super, super nice, where these women are not used to people being nice to them, or he's got a big dick, and that was your thought that he's got a big dick.
And you know what? Hey, Giselle, when you're done with Tom douchebag Brady, and you step off with Pete Davidson, please have him wear a condom.
Condom,
please,
condom,
a
like condom.
My dad used to say, "Condom,
a condom."
Get your condom. Get a
Please, yes.
Dad, right.
Well, we all know where that's been.
We've
seen where he's
Dad,
been.
Did you wear a condom? He goes, "They didn't have them back then."
He's all, well, that's why you and your brother are here.
That's it. Thank you.
No.
We're having a great beer. We're having a really good beer. We're getting close to Halloween.
You cut me off. I was going to say, seriously, Pete Davidson, Nancy.
Yeah, he is gross. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. But hey, you know what? Either. I would love to get him on the show. I think it'd be cool if Pete wanted to be on the show. I think it'd be nice.
If he wanted to be on the show, I would not deny it, but I would be like, ew.
I know.
I'd be like, I'm glad that you're over there and not here in the studio.
Really? Is it that bad with that guy? I mean,
just
Jesus,
there's something about him that just irks me and just like rubs me the wrong way. And I just don't.
He's the type of guy that back in the day, like, had a ton of zits on his back or something.
He's probably very annoying.
Yeah.
And he's just made it.
Got a huge dick.
Kind of funny.
He's got a huge dick.
And then once he was on Saturday Night Live, but he's doing a lot of other stuff now. I mean, he's acting and doing other things.
Oh my God, he's
and
on
then
the Taco Bell. Are you? Look, hey, Taco Bell. Out of all the people you hire and pay a lot of money to do your commercials, you hire Pete Davidson.
I don't understand that,
but he is the king of taco, so that's why he's there. No, king of taco. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
But who's the other one that's on that other Taco Bell commercial where it's in his house and the guy says, take a number?
Oh, it's
a football player, right?
Yeah. The guy that left the Packers and went to the Raiders.
Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams.
Is that him?
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
Is that him? Oh,
yeah.
wow. I didn't know that.
So him and Derek Carr used to at Fresno State.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
So he's there now. So those commercials are funny.
Those commercials are fucking
I'm
hilarious.
the only one here, man.
And then he made the Taco Bell guy makes him put shoes on because he's walking into his house and he has socks on, and he's trying to make it before they cut off breakfast at 11. Yeah. And the guy's like, "You gotta put shoes on," and so he's running to put shoes on, and it's like 10:59. He's not going to make it, and then he makes it over there at 11:01, and he's all, "Nope, no more breakfast." It's like, what the?
Come on, man!
It's his fucking house.
Yeah. Hey, the one guy.
Those are hilarious.
The one guy that has a great career in doing commercials is Baker Mayfield. I think he's going to be really good. He's going to be like Peyton Manning. He's just got that,
he's just funny and he's entertaining.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
But Josh Allen's starting to do stuff too.
Oh, geez. Josh Allen. They play my Steelers, man. It's going to be rough.
For who?
Me.
Oh, for you. For the Steelers, it's going to be rough.
It's going to be fucking crazy. It is.
That's funny.
So we don't have a movie review tonight.
No, because I'm gonna focus on witches.
Witches. She printed out like 200 pieces of paper that focus on witches. So
I have some paperwork here.
So if you want to start on that, go ahead.
No.
Or do you want to wait and then I could put some kind of witches thing in and then
we're gonna wait for a second because I have this thing to open from Kim, our listener, and then also we have that photo history thing.
So what do you want to do first?
Well, let's do the Kim thing because I got it in my pocket.
Kim is one of our listeners. She's been listening
loyal
from day fucking one.
Day one.
Yeah. So we appreciate you, Kim. Thank you very much. You sent AC a package. Don't open it unless you're drunk. So
I'm holding it up, but for those that are listening just on the audio, you won't see it. I took a picture of it though. It says very important. Do not open sober.
Okay.
I told her I'm going to open this on the show.
Here it is.
So let's see. Now you're going to hear me trying to open the package.
Yeah.
It's just a little envelope. And Kim, we will say, as I'm trying to open it, is a huge Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
I was going to say Harry
Potter.
I almost said Harry Potter because I'm a Harry Potter fan.
You know what? He could be in Harry Potter. I think he could.
No, he drew in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So I don't know what this is. I'm thinking it's something to do with Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
But I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to see.
Because when you're done, I need to say a couple things about Harry Styles. What is it?
This is not...
What is it?
It's not Harry Styles.
What do you got?
Look at this. I think it's for our Halloween.
Oh,
it's for our Halloween.
Put it right here in the front. You got to put it in the front. Put it in the front, AC. That is awesome.
I put it in front here on the.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will take a picture of that and post that on our social media so everyone can see what.
That's awesome. We were going to talk about Harry Styles though.
I know you were prepared to talk about Harry Styles. So I'm like, oh, it's got to be Harry. It's got to be
Harry.
But it's
Styles.
not. She actually tricked me, and it is a ghostly kind of thing, a ghoulish thing with ugly teeth.
Wow.
So it's a scary thing.
Fucking awesome. Let me see it.
Kim, you totally surprised me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. We appreciate you. You've been with us since the very fucking beginning.
For a couple years already, Kim.
Yep, you have. We appreciate that. Thank you. That's fucking awesome, man. Thank you very much. Speaking of Harry Styles, I know she's a huge fan of Harry, and he's great and all this, but I
don't think he's great.
I had to ask myself a question the other day about this dude. How is this guy doing an 1.5-hour, 2-hour concert? What music is he playing to fill that? I know he changes his costume like every 10 minutes.
I think probably during the show he probably changes.
I mean, how in the hell is this guy doing that? Selling out arenas?
I don't know.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm not a fan.
I mean, more power to the dude. Whatever. I just don't understand that style or what's going on.
I like One Direction.
One Direction. Yeah, when he was in One Direction, they all got together and sang a melody. I think it was, but
yeah.
Well,
so we watched something, one of those new shows, Monarch, right? On TV
for about 5 seconds.
5 seconds. But the point is that
terrible.
They were doing something where they had to draw songs out of a hat or whatever, and that person had to sing that song. So it was that Watermelon Sugar song by Harry Styles.
Yeah.
And she sang it better on the fucking show than I think he would live.
So after the show tonight, we're done taping the show. I'm gonna play Watermelon Sugar in the studio.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And Kim, I know you love him, but you also know that I don't. So don't hate me for saying
Kim.
Don't hate me for saying that.
Kim, check out the video.
I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
Thank you for your card, Kim. That's bad.
Thank you.
fucking ass, man.
Yep. That you surprised me because I could have sworn it was gonna be a Harry Styles thing.
Styles, like with his shorts on or something.
Something funky.
Yeah.
Like, hey AC, why don't you like me? Or something funky.
Big Dog AC show. We're getting close to Halloween. That show is going to be off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to come up with some cool shit that's going to be insane. We're going to dress up. It's going to be badass.
We're going to put more stuff in this.
Yeah, it's just going to be insane.
Spooky.
It's going to be nuts. But we were talking earlier about witches, and AC said to me, she said, what would you do? What would you do if I was a witch? I said, hey, I married you. So that's it. I'm in.
So now they know we're married. Now they know we're married.
They already know that. Oh. And then it's like, you know what? Nobody fuck with me if you were a witch. So, I mean, and you were talking about actually checking some of that stuff out. And I said, oh shit, here we go, man.
I'm not going to lie. It intrigues me. And, as opposed to organized religion, this is something different. And
they don't like different.
I don't, I was raised Catholic, and without getting too political / religious stuff, I have questions about certain things. I don't blindly follow stuff, and that's probably a problem for a lot of people. With me, because I'm an ass. But
I heard you were an ass. But it was, where did I hear that?
But I think it would be interesting.
Oh, Roly Poly said you were an ass.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
She did at this high quality, high-end store.
Cottage cheese.
High-end store.
Her cottage cheese legs hanging out of her fucking shorts.
But this is our witch episode, which we will get into. The second part of this is going to be witches.
You got to meet a real witch today.
No, I don't even want to say she's a witch. She's a bitch is what I called her.
Oh.
She's not a witch. Two different things.
Okay.
But we'll get into all the witch. I have witch facts. I have witch history. I have 20 types of witches. And before we get into that, which will be the next segment, but I don't want to offend any witches. So if there are any witches that listen to us and I'm saying something wrong, please feel free to correct me. I am not kidding whatsoever. You email us. You let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I am getting this from research. This does not mean that I know everything that's going on.
You're really interested in seeing about being a witch.
I am. I'm not kidding. I am totally not kidding whatsoever. I'm not. And I'm sorry if it's like some people are like, what? Oh my God. I'm sorry.
No, it's not people. It's me going, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you? My mom called me morbid when I was growing up because I was obsessed with So
we'll blame it on her.
Yeah. I'm going to say she marked me. She marked me. But truly, I'm going to go over the research that I found. And if it's incorrect and insulting in any way, please feel free to correct me. That's in the next segment, but that's full disclosure. So, please contact us. It'd be cool.
Yep. How can they contact us?
Oh, they can email us by bigdogacshow@gmail.com. That is our email. Or else any of our social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
We're on all the social
Twitter.
media.
And yes, they can direct message us anyway, even on YouTube. You can message us on that too. Well, maybe leave a comment or whatever. But yeah. So that's next is the witches. We're going to do that. But so now we want to do Big Dog's photo history with all of his pictures around here. He actually added a couple, so I had to add a couple more numbers in the cup.
I found some more Motley Crue shit, and
you've had a bunch of other stuff.
Got my Aerosmith stuff going here. Just I lived that lifestyle and I was always doing something. So
yeah. So let me give you this cup so you can pull out a number.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna do that right now.
Give me the cup.
Hold on. Nice.
Yep. It's beautiful.
Nice.
All right, AC.
That ain't beautiful.
It is.
Okay.
Ass. You're an ass.
I am an ass.
Oh.
Here's our spooky cup too.
Number 15. Who's the lucky fucking winner?
Hold on, let me put my headphones on so I can hear.
Here's,
so I can hear.
Who's the lucky winner?
Okay, so number 15. Let's see. So we're starting 15. From over there. So
right there. The Nikki one in Fresno.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 is Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
I love Alice Cooper.
Well, and we will post this picture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We will. We'll Alice Cooper, I was at the show. I got him. I met him for a minute and he signed a picture for me and stuff. And I think it was who was it opening? I don't remember who it was, but I really didn't go watch Alice Cooper because me and my friends were hanging out in the bar on the side of the stage because I always had the good passes.
Mm-hmm.
So we all were just like chilling out like VIP. VIP. Yeah.
Was Alice Cooper nice?
He was cool. He
must have been
very, very, very cool. Just a little dude, but he was cool, man.
Was he little?
Little guy. Signed the thing off, and then we walked up and went to the bar, and that was it. So
and that he signed it with your old radio name, like your old radio name.
When I first started doing radio, they called me. First started doing it, they called me Super Dave. And Super Dave, I was like that. Whatever. I didn't care.
Super Dave was like that Dave Osborne.
That guy. And so I thought, fuck, okay, whatever. I was doing radio. I didn't care what they called me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a part of that. What was going on?
Yeah.
So to meet him, it was cool, but it's like partying with my friends.
Oh man, you fucked that up.
There's like 5 or 6. I would
kill that Karen today in the parking lot to meet that guy.
There's 5 or 6 girls that want to go party. I'm like, see ya, let's have a good day. So that's it. So that's the one we picked. I've been trying to pick some other ones that are kind of fucking.
But you have better stories.
Fuck. That was a straight up fucking meet and greet thing and whatever. But there's other stuff in here, like the Black Crows and all the other shit.
Well, you'll get to those.
When we get to those, there's some fucking stories behind
You better tell some stories too.
I will.
You like to say that, oh yeah, I met him, and then moving on. Yeah. Like, no, you better.
Oh shit, that was before we had the pictures up, and you started doing roulette. So
yeah.
So now I got to talk about them.
Now you do. Yeah, well, yeah. What the fuck?
So we got a lot more.
So Alice looks young in that though. So that must have been the 90s, right?
Yeah, it was the 90s. Yeah, it was cool.
And you don't remember who opened for him?
I want to say Skid Row, but I don't think it was Skid Row because Skid Row opened for Bon Jovi when I saw them. I think. But at that point, I went just to go party and hang out in the bar. I didn't care about the bands. It didn't even care about matter. Listening. It didn't matter to me.
Oh yeah, these beers are getting warm.
Yeah, they are. So
I'm gonna drink it though still.
Yep. Here. You open it. Shit, I'm just handing you the device.
I'm an ass. I can't get it.
You're a fucking ass. All right. So anyways.
Well, so that was it. That was
it pretty much. Yeah.
Bigdog's photo history.
Photo roulette.
Didn't even have a big
no, I can't pick one of the pictures that do have a big thing.
That's how we know it's random because you're trying to get something that's got a story.
I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I just looked at the dude and that was it. So
was he wearing like some weird shit?
He had his pajamas on when I met him.
Seriously? He has pajamas on. Like what? What were his pajamas?
It's like he had a fucking robe and shit on. I was like, dude, fuck. What's up, Alice? What's going on?
It was cool. Said, hey,
I was the only one there, and then here's the deal, and all that rock and roll shit that I've done and been doing the bands and all this shit like that, I had my friends that were like, I can't make it, man.
That's so
it's
stupid.
Date night. I gotta stay home.
Wow.
I gotta get a pizza. I'm like, what the fuck? I got meet and greets. We're gonna hang out with Nikki Sixx. Let's go. Oh. I can't do it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I can't believe that people would do that.
Oh, they would. They were like, and there was one, oh yeah, I'll be there. Never showed. And he was even asking me, where's your tattoo guy, man? You never showed.
Wow.
Never showed.
I cannot believe that.
I said, hey man.
I can't believe it.
I said, Nikki, sorry, man. Sorry. He's not here.
He's a flake.
There's a fucking. I hope he's out of business. Honestly, fucker.
Well, by now he
should have showed up. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, Big Dog AC show. We're hanging out. We got like 2 more weekends of this before Halloween.
And 2 more weekends of this.
So it'll be fun. Hopefully, we can find the missing beers that we're looking for.
Yeah, we're gonna look for.
We're chilling. Coming back, AC is going to talk about witches. Bitches. Here we go. Big Dog Nick.
No, that's old. That's your old partner.
Okay, here we go.
He's dead now.
3. He's not dead.
You killed him and buried him in the backyard. Well, it's Halloween episode. You might, or not Halloween episode. It's leading up to Halloween. You might as well.
You know what? Don't edit this out. Keep it in.
You might as well just put it in there that you killed him and he's buried in the back of the studio.
All right, here we go.
By the way, I'm not wearing a bra. So
3. Oh no, and they're nice too. They're a handful. 3, 2,
Why are you still saying 3, 2, 1? We're not going to cut it out.
Big Dog Nick Danger Show.
And you did it again.
I did it again. It's fucking Halloween. No,
you were almost at Hollywood, and then Hollywood.
So let me just explain that. I was doing a show on a rock station many years ago, and I grabbed my assistant and had him go on there with me. It was Nick Danger. So it was Big Dog Nick Danger Show. We were killing it in the ratings. We were having a good time. So I think about it once in a while, but now it's Big Dog AC Show.
Damn it.
We're hanging in here. She's going to talk about witches.
I'm hanging low because I don't got a bra on.
Yeah. No, they're nice though. You can kind of cup them in each hand. They're beautiful. She's going to talk witches because we're getting close to Halloween. Yes.
Yes, we are. Getting close to Halloween.
Can you see that?
I can see.
Okay.
We had trouble with our lighting earlier, and I had to be able to read my shit.
You did. Yeah.
So full disclosure again, like I did in the previous segment.
Yes.
If there are any witches out there, I'm sorry if I insult you. Because I am getting this from research, and if it's not true, I apologize. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Because I do not have firsthand knowledge. No, technically I don't. I would like to join you, so please welcome me into your fold, is all I can say.
She's serious. So, she wants to really check it out.
I am not lying whatsoever. So we can start with some witch facts. There's only a couple. Well, there's more, but I don't want to go into it. First of all, Salem witch trials deeply offend me. And this is not a fact. Well, it is a fact to me, not a witch fact, but I can't believe that people, all they had to do at the fucking time was not agree with somebody, or if some fucking prudy ass woman or a Karen like the one I met today.
Oh, man.
All she had to do was say that this woman looked at her husband wrong, and then all of a sudden that woman's a witch. That's fucking bull fucking shit. That's how I know I could not live in the 1600s. I would not be able to do any of that shit because I would probably kill everybody. Yeah. It's like, I'm a witch. Kill everybody.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But anyways, technically, what is a witch?
What is a witch?
This is like I say, if you don't agree, I'm sorry. And Kitty just walked in. Rock and roll Kitty. So a witch is a female who is believed to have supernatural and magical powers. So in the legend, they would practice sorcery, and then their best friend would be the devil. Everything was kind of like, because they didn't understand it. They just assumed it was evil. And this, I think, goes with some sort of religion, Puritan religion kind of thing, where anything that was different was evil. And they assumed that they were with the devil and blah, 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 fucking ignorant, dumbass people, right? Yeah.
Well, we've been around those.
But in today's society, so a witch is sometimes considered a practitioner of nature-based magic.
I better get settled in for this one.
You should. Yeah. So the oldest person that was ever executed was a man in his 80s for witchcraft. The youngest was a 4-year-old girl. So you tell me how a 4-year-old girl's going to know to hex your husband or do something. Like, come on, give me a fucking break. Somebody that was just an outlier of society, somebody that didn't get along with their okay, I'm going to get on a soapbox here, but someone who didn't get along with the norm, with like the populace of, outlier. Like, give me a break. Just because they're not the same as you does not mean that there's something wrong with them. And this is why I could not live back then. I would have been killed for being a witch, or I would have killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's horrible, but
it's Halloween.
Okay, so I found differing opinions on this thing. This one research that I saw said that no one was burned at the stake. Immolation, which is sacrifice by burning, was a method that was illegal or whatever. But on another research site, it said that they did burn people by the stake. So I'm not 100% sure on which is accurate there, but a lot of people were convicted and then were hanged.
Hold on a second. Who is in charge of like convicting these people and hanging them?
I'm telling you, it's I'm sure it's probably partly the mayor, but back in those days, if it was a little community, the priest, the pastor, the religious person, the religious leader, they're almost always the ones that are like, oh, well, I have the answer. Let me check it out. I have all these random bullshit little tests. Like if you, and this is a true thing. Well, from what we can tell, a true thing in history, that they would well, I mean, of course we don't know 100%, but documented, I guess, somewhere, that they would strap someone's, mainly a woman, mostly women, their arms and legs to like these boards or whatever, and then they would drop them in a lake, body of water, whatever. If they sunk, they were innocent and not witches, but of course dead. If they rose to the top, then that means they were technically alive, but that meant they were a witch, and then they killed them. Man. Or prosecuted them, or said they were a witch. They could have been like in jail, in prison.
These are the dumb.
Or killed them.
These are the dumbasses that are wearing the wigs.
Well, yeah, probably part of them, or just some random idiots. People that are in some new colony that are. They think that the religious leader has all the answers because they have a little book in front of them, Bible or anything else, and a lot of the times they can make this shit up. Yeah. The wives can make shit up. Other people, if they just crossed you, or if you cross them, I should say, if you cross them, all they have to do is tell somebody, oh, that person's a witch because they don't agree with what we're doing. And then that's it. And then you're prosecuted, you're done. It's fucking ridiculous.
Nowadays, you can't even be a witch.
Well, you could probably be more of a witch now, but you apparently can't you can't pull into a parking spot and let somebody else like back into the spot, because then you're a bad person.
You could be a witch. You could be a witch and actually be elected to office. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, if you were, that'd be cool. There's plenty of other religious leaders that are elected to office.
Yes, there are.
So one random weird thing to test people for being a witch would be something called a witch cake, and the cake was made from using the urine of ill children and then fed to a dog. If that child, so the child that peed and then you made the cake from it,
what the fuck does that?
If that child reacted to it, then you're a witch. See, that's what I mean. This is random shit. Who fucking made that shit up? So this sick kid pees, you make it into a cake, you feed a dog, and then if the dog eats it, and then the kid's like, ow, and then that person's
so it just shows it just shows society many years ago was fucking insane.
Yes. And they were very superstitious, but it only took one person to look at you wrong, and then they could say you're a witch because, oh, well, that person, you wore red socks that day, and the third Thursday of the month you're not supposed to wear red socks.
So what if they call you an ass? What are you then?
If they call you an ass and you're a witch, I totally would have hexed her then, but that's probably not the best thing to say. Because you're not supposed to do that, and that's not what they do. That's not what witches nowadays do. But you're an ass. I'm an ass, and if I had my Bowie knife next to me, I would just gutted her from stem to stern.
Just a big fat fish in the parking lot.
Yep. And then go get my items and then leave. But then the cops would probably be there. I don't know.
Yeah, they'd actually have something to do.
I don't know if somebody was there with her, because then they would have witnessed it or what.
I don't think there was.
I would think no.
No. She got in her car. That's the best thing she could have done. Anyways, we'll get off of that.
Okay. So anyways, every woman who this is interestingly enough, according to this one website, every woman who confessed lived, and every woman and child who denied the claim was hanged. So if you confessed and just made people happy, then they'd be like, okay, fine, and then let you go. But if you denied it, that's when they did all these little tests, because you're denying it.
That's right. That's
when they killed you.
That's like, all these politicians, and I'm not going to go political, but these politicians deny everything, all of it.
And it's too bad we don't have that now, huh? You just strap their arms and then throw them in the water, and if they're honest politicians, they'll rise to the top, and they sink.
Well, they said shit sinks; it doesn't rise to the top, so they're done. So I get it, and we're never going to get on top of it because of how corrupt it is. So,
yes. So it's just a different kind of corruption now, as there was back then, where obviously, there was no internet. There was no phone.
No.
There was no TV. All you knew is what was in your little community.
Yep.
If someone that you trusted said that this is the way it is, then you blindly followed it. And the people who disagreed with it were the ones that were called crazy, and they were outcasts. They were witches. They were warlocks, whatever. I mean, they were just, it's just bullshit. And I'm glad I didn't live back then, because no, thank you.
No.
It would have just, I can't even watch that shit right now without it driving me crazy. Okay, so that was the little witch facts.
So AC's fired up a little bit.
I'm fired up. I've been fired up.
So before we started the segment, you said you're going to ask this question. What question was that I was going to ask before we started this segment?
That you were going to ask me?
No, you said you're probably going to ask this question at the end of the whatever it is you're doing. So what was that thing you said I was going to ask about somebody or something? You know,
that was a witch.
No, not a witch. Get off the witch. You said before we started the segment that you had.
Why don't you just tell me, because
I don't remember. So I'm asking you. So.
I know I had asked you, what if I was a witch? That was a thing.
But you asked me a question before we started the segment that was fucking like, oh yeah, I probably will say that. So, but I don't remember what.
Well, I don't remember what it is now either. So okay, so now we're gonna go to the origin of witches. Okay. Or history of witches, let's just say that.
Okay.
So early witches were people who practiced, people can see you now, like push your microphone away and just like sit there. Okay.
Go.
Were people who practiced witchcraft using magic spells and calling upon spirits for help or to bring about change. Did not necessarily mean that they were with the devil or doing any of that random shit, which is bullshit that people think that.
Let me get my mic.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, go.
All right.
Okay, so single women, widows, and other women on the margins of society were especially targeted. So yes.
Why? Why was that?
Because the single
women...
Because
they're horny? They want some dick or what?
No, because single women, if they said hello to your husband, you, being a prudish little bitch, just assumed that woman wanted to fuck your husband. And if your husband did fuck her, either because she wanted it. Okay.
Balls deep?
Yes, but maybe he raped her. He raped the single woman. It doesn't necessarily mean that woman wanted it. But as soon as the wife finds out, she can say that her husband raped that woman because that woman bewitched him.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so she can call that woman a witch, even though the husband's the one that fucked her up. That's the way things were back then. And that I just go off on this whole situation. It drives me insane. It is such bullshit how men, and back then even the women, were fucking insane. And they could do that. And all they have to do is mark one woman because she was single or because she was a widow at 25. They lived to be 35 and her husband died right after they got married. That's not her fault, but because she was attractive, because some other dude in the village liked her and he forced himself on her, and then the wife blames the woman. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going off on all that stuff. I do not appreciate any of that shit, and that really pissed me off.
Yep. Okay.
So between the years 1500 and 1660, up to 80,000 suspected witches were put to death in Europe.
Wow.
And how were they? How are they suspected? Who knows? I mean, people don't know. It's just really ridiculous.
What I'm getting from you, AC, is that you are defending all the witches.
I am defending people that are wrongly accused of doing something that has nothing to do with them. Right?
And you got these.
You can say that they're witches.
You got these bonehead people that are in charge.
Yes.
Who are going to do what they do.
And they're
pieces of crap.
Mostly, I'm sure it was a lot of these prudish women that didn't appreciate the way maybe some of the women that they called witches, who could have been witches. Okay, that doesn't mean that they weren't. But maybe they lived a different lifestyle. They were a little more free with how they dressed.
Right.
Because they're not constricted with all this. I'm telling you, I feel super free with not wearing a bra right now. So if these women were living in the forest not wearing whatever the prudish women were wearing or what society was telling women to wear.
Right.
And then they're calling them witches and they're saying that they did stuff to their nasty ass husbands. It's like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there was this there was a publication called Malleus Maleficarum.
Yes.
That was written by two
I think I got
Germans.
I got a penicillin shot for them.
Maybe so. Written by two Germans in 1486, and it was technically it's called the Hammer of Witches.
I just tried to throw a bridge in that, and you just kept going.
Nope.
So
well, and it's a guide essentially on how to identify, hunt, and interrogate witches. So you know that's all bullshit, and people believe in that shit, and it's fucking ridiculous from back then. And that was in the 1486.
So let me ask you something, AC. Do you still think that shit's going on now? I mean, is there still that witch hunt? And do you still think it's going on?
I would think, honestly, right now, I would think more people are interested in becoming witches, like me, as opposed to, I'm sure there's people scared of it.
Right.
But the way things are, TikTok, there's a hashtag witch talk on TikTok. With all the social media and everything else that's going on, I think more people are more interested in it as opposed to being afraid of it. Or if they are afraid of it, they're more worried about the cost of gas, cost of bread, and all the other stuff to be concerned about. Let's persecute some witches, right?
I mean,
that's what I do.
Think. But my question is, do you still think it goes on? You still think those fucking dumbasses are trying to do that?
I would think there's probably somewhere. So there might be some small faction of people that are against witches, but at this point, there's so many other things going on that definitely don't hear about it.
Right. You don't. No, you don't hear about it.
And no one's going to be hung for being a witch, and no one's going to be
burned at the stake,
or put in some body of water.
I can't believe that's what they used to do.
That's what they used to do.
These stupid city officials did that shit.
They're stupid. I mean, it's just, it makes me really mad. And I definitely would not be able to live in that time period because it would be too hard for me. But, and I'd probably be one of those people that would be convicted of it. But I guess I can see they didn't know.
Right.
If you want to see both sides, they didn't know. And they were scared. And that was the main thing. And it's fear is a big factor in what happens. And
so they were scared. They were scared on somebody's mouth. They're witches. Oh shit. Here we go.
Someone stirred them up and got them scared. Yes.
Yeah. So
and then that's the whole mass hysteria thing. And then it gets the whole community fired up over it.
Yeah.
And then because someone gets sick because of back then, it could have been a fungus, a virus, some sort of bacteria.
They had no idea.
And they had no idea because they didn't have the medical knowledge.
Man.
But they assume that it's something devilish.
I couldn't live back then. That would have been too much.
No, I wouldn't be able to live back then. I wouldn't be able to live back when they had segregation or any of that shit.
No.
That would, me now looking back at that, I would not be able to do that.
No, you'd be standing up.
I would be in trouble.
Standing up.
I would be in trouble or dead or something because there's no fucking way I'd be able to deal with that.
Bigdog AC Show. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Thanks to.
Okay, we're not done though, right?
I know. Thanks for our picture right here. We got a picture.
Yes, to Kim.
Yep. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate that. We weren't expecting that at all. Actually, that's what he's gonna look like in about 10 years. Probably. He's done touring. So
after Olivia, what's her name? Olivia Wilde's done with him.
Sucks his fucking brains out of the head of his dick. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Okay, well, so that's kind of some witch history. I have a little more, but that's okay. We're gonna move on to the 20 types of witches.
Okay.
Which is gonna be interesting. It's interesting to me. I don't once again. If this is true, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So if there's any witch that says that ain't fucking true, then please let me know.
Step it up, witchy poo.
I am 100% telling you, please let me know because I will fully rescind what I'm saying. So 20 different types of witches.
I tried to get out. We're still in.
We're in.
Here we go.
So the traditional type of witch is Okay, they date back to a time before the creation of the Wiccan religion, which Wiccan is
We talked
relatively
about
new.
it last week.
So
Our
Wiccan,
year. Yeah.
Wiccan.
You talked about Wiccan last year.
So Wiccan, though, all I was going to say was that Wiccan was created in about the 1970s. So anything before that can technically be called traditional, and that's why Wiccan. If you're part of Wiccan, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's still somewhat recent. I would think if I wanted to join something, I would want to learn like years and years, like the 1600s.
Yeah.
But okay, so
you have like 7 minutes.
oh, do I? Okay, so the hedge type of witches, those were people that lived outside of town, and where there used to be a hedge that divided the city or the town part and the forest. So these were the women that, or I'm going to say women because usually that's what it was. Powerful type of witch that can astral project, though also beyond our natural plane and cross over into unknown dimensions. So they would cross between the town and then the wilderness, the forest side, so that the hedge was the divider, but then also between, going from one world to the next, technically, city
Right.
and the wilderness.
Right.
So they also did astral projection. So our plane and another plane. So that kind of just went into with the hedge. Okay. So then there's the eclect. Oh, did I mess up one? Hold on. That was the hedge. Okay. And then there's kitchen types of witches. And that is where they did most of their stuff, in the kitchen. And the kitchen is a sacred space. So they did a lot of their stuff there with herbs and ingredients and that kind of thing in the kitchen. Then there's the eclectic types of witches, and that's where they use various types of magic. So they combine different, they're not like singular to one type. I'm just going to do this. They did multiple things and made them. So the eclectic witch honors multiple histories, beliefs, and folk magic. Then ceremonial types of witches. They predominantly use ceremonies when practicing their craft. While any witch can use ceremonies, the practice is far more important to ceremonial witch beliefs. Okay. And so so hereditary types of witches. I'm going through this so fast and I feel like I'm not doing this justice whatsoever. But most of their stuff gets passed down instead of rites and techniques. So they're getting the information and what they should be doing and their practices and that kind of stuff from the generation before them.
Okay.
So hereditary. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be biologically inclined to magic or it doesn't pass down from one generation to the next, but you're just getting it from the generation before you. So elemental types of witches get their innate qualities of the 5 elements. So fire, water, earth, air, and spirit.
Beer.
And they work directly with the elements during the rituals. Well, beer can be water. How about that?
If you buy Coors Light, it is. So, yeah.
So then there's green. Okay.
How many more you got?
I have 20. So we'll stop at 10 and then we'll go to one more segment after that. So green types of witches. Okay, I have 20. I don't want to rush through everything.
I know, but we could pick this up another time.
No, next time it's going to be something different. So, okay, so green types are a subsect of like the elemental, and it pulls towards the elements of earth, and they're often called, okay. So the earth, it's plants, and the entirety of nature is where power lies. Okay, so they get power from the flora around them, flowers around them. And another subsect of elemental is sea types of witches, and they utilize the water when they're performing rituals or potions, specifically after a full moon. And so these sea witches typically reside next to bodies of water. Cosmic types of witches use lunar energies, the moon cycle, and celestial bodies to enhance their magic. They study the universe in a purposeful way, so it's not a casual hobby to them. So we can take a break really quick, and I'll come back with 10 more.
Oh, you're on time. We could actually do that.
Yep.
Bigdog AC show. As much
much
as I'm pretty much done with that shit, we're gonna come back with some more of that shit. Hey, this is Big Dog
and AC
from the Bigdog and AC Show podcast.
If you want to see what we're up to, you should really follow our social media. Search for the Bigdog and AC Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Join the podcast now. Warning, explicit content.
Bigdog AC. Chilling.
We're back.
We're chilling out, man. We're hanging out in the Riz of Sharp Studios. We got a little bit of Halloween stuff going on. Appreciate you listening. It's only going to get better. The closer we get to Halloween, it's just going to be insane. Because AC goes bananas, man.
I have a lot of ideas in my head.
We're going to dress up. We're going to have a good time. We're probably, hopefully, going to get snacks in here. I don't think we'll get him for the Halloween weekend, but we'll get him the weekend before, and we can do something with him too. So it'll be fun to have him up in here.
It will be. Yeah. So now this is the second half of the 20 types of witches. I'm just going to finish this, and then that'll be it for the show.
It? No, it won't be it. We got things to talk about.
Do we have more? We have more after that. Yeah. We can keep going and going and going and going.
You said after the witches thing.
There is something else that we're going to come back with. Words of wisdom.
Yeah, words of wisdom. Let me chill over here.
Okay, chill for a second. Okay. Yep. So secular types of witches. These are the types that do not, their practice does not rely on a deity. So they're not praying to one particular god or goddess or whatever. They're just intent and drive to achieve a higher sense of self. So they're basically working on themselves.
They're trying to get something going.
Yeah. That's nice. That's it right there. So coven types of witches, they expand their witchy knowledge through joining a coven and a sense of togetherness and amplified power, which is what you usually think of when you think of a witch with a coven.
Isn't that like Kanye? Yee? Is Yee got his coven?
Isn't that like everybody else that's in part of a team that they try to...
The Yee. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Kanye, no.
Don't get it.
But that's anybody that's part of a team, you amplify your power, you're increasing your strength and all that stuff. So anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And they usually have a leader or a high priestess or a priest, and it could be in a democracy type thing for a coven. So solitary types of witches, which I don't know, I feel like that would be me. They don't join a coven.
Did they play solitaire?
No, but my mom plays solitaire, so
maybe
she would be a witch.
Fucking witch.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
And they manifest magic that directly relates to them. Yeah. So something specifically for them. Yeah. There's a crystal type of witch, and they use crystals to help with reducing stress, promote healing, and to help align chakras.
So
they focus on they focus on crystals.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Okay.
I heard of that.
Gray and neutral types of witches. So they're neither positive nor negative. They don't specifically help, but they don't harm either. So that's why they're kind of like in the middle and trying to balance things out. Right. And they wish not to throw off the delicate balance of the world. So
sounds like the governor in Oregon.
No, that person's probably more bad than good. But then there's the healing type of witches.
Yeah.
The hands-on healing techniques include spells, Reiki, and other forms of alternative medicine.
Yep.
And they make herbal remedies. Okay, there's that. Dianic types of witches. Dianic witches name their practice after the Roman goddess Diana, who is the goddess of hunting, nature, and the moon. So they're basically focusing on Diana all the time.
Well, they use magic. My old bass player, his wife's name was Diana. Was she a witch?
Was she named after the Roman goddess?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Then maybe.
I don't know. She had a spell on him.
They use magic to fight back against oppression. So, that's good.
Yep.
Right? Oppression.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say this wrong. Strega types of witches. This witchcraft hails from Italy.
Yeah.
And they focus on deities known as the divine lovers. However, the names of the deities, rituals, and the ceremonies each group honors are subject to change. But these changes ultimately depend on individual witches and covens.
Well,
and this
is Italy, right?
This is specifically Italy. But this was created in about the 1970s.
Unless you are Måneskin, you can do whatever you want.
Well, so this is more like a specific, like cultural type thing. And that was in the 70s. So it's still relatively new. Diviner types of witches. They practice divination. Okay. Seers and fortune tellers. Okay. If a witch is using their magical abilities to see the future, it doesn't matter if they use tea leaves, crystal magic, or tarot, as long as their supernatural powers see past the natural world into the future.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then the last one is chaos magic. And the 20th and 21st century has seen a rise in witchcraft. And during the 70s, the early modern practice of chaos magic came into being. Chaos magic is a result-based magic, one where witches seek to achieve specific results. Belief is a psychic energy that can help witches manifest their desires. So that's something that specifically, like, I'm doing this to get something.
Wow.
So that's more
kind of like a politician, like right? Doing this to get something.
Maybe, that's why all these kings used to have wizards and witches and stuff on their on their payroll, right?
Fuck yeah, man shit. So
okay, so that was it.
That's it
for the 20 types of witches. And once again, if you are a witch and you are listening to this episode, please, I am not kidding. Reach out. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Tell me this is just research that I have seen, and I'm not 100% sure on all this. This is just what they've said. So please let me know if I'm wrong.
I got to get back up here because I got one more thing we got to do.
One more thing.
Here it is. We are going to talk about something that we have talked about before. And this is, I think you know where I'm going with it. So back in the day when I was working at a radio station, we used to do words of wisdom from Rush Limbaugh. Because Rush always said shit that people were just stunned by.
Off the wall and crazy.
Yeah, just fucking nuts. So we do we produce a little thing called Words of Wisdom from Rush Limbaugh. It was a hit. People loved it. It was great. So you came up with this idea tonight that you wanted to do words of wisdom from your dad.
From my dad. We have to think of something to call him. Like my mom was Queen Potato.
Queen Potato.
Your dad's Tex.
Yeah. And your dad is like, I don't know. He's ornery.
He's out there.
He's ornery. He's mean. He's tough. He thinks he can still do what he wants to do at 92.
You would call him, I think you and your brother both call him a rattlesnake. What if we called him the disillusioned rattlesnake? So rattlesnake,
oh, here it is.
But he really has no idea.
We'll just call him D-Snake. D-Snake.
I'm going to write that down. D-Snake. The disillusioned
rattlesnake. Because we did call him rattlesnake because he was the shit. He was the guy. He was the man. I mean, he was the guy.
You would call him rattlesnake, but
honestly, rattlesnake.
His mind is gone.
When me and him go out and have a couple drinks, we go have a couple beers. It's so much fun to be hanging with him. It really is. I know you and your mom are like done because he's mean and all this shit.
Yeah.
But when I'm with him and we're out doing something, it's just different. It's a lot different. It's just really cool. I mean, it's just so cool to have him there with me and do stuff like that.
Should we call him the brandy flavored rattlesnake? I like that one better.
He tastes a little woodly. Yeah.
Because
damn.
He drinks so much brandy. He used to drink martinis. From me growing up, all I can remember gin martini.
Yeah.
Now, for some unknown reason, he has switched to brandy in the past couple of years. So
when we go out and we have a couple of drinks, he always wants he says, give me the bourbon and water. Give me bourbon and water. And they're like, okay. They give him a bourbon.
It's like,
and water.
What?
It's like, what? When did you change it up? So
who knows? And today when I was over there.
But
okay.
I love the guy. He's really cool. He's really a cool dude, man.
And it'll be hard when he's gone. Although he's driving me insane.
He's going to be here longer than we are. So fuck it.
He's going to be 92 in a couple months. So
yeah. So go ahead. Here it is.
And this is my dad, the brandy flavored rattlesnake, who is 91, and who, when I was at their house earlier today, poured himself a brandy at 1:30.
You're damn right.
He used to always wait until 4 p.m.
That's fucking John.
Or when he got home from work.
He's a John Gotti of fucking.
But it was never failed. It was 4 p.m. After he was retired, it was 4 p.m. He'd pour a martini.
Yeah.
That would be it. But this is 1:30 now.
Brandy flavored rattlesnake.
Brandy flavored. So he said, this is what he told me today. When you're 91 years old, you can drink whenever you want. So when you turn 91, just remember words of wisdom from the brandy flavored rattlesnake.
Yeah.
That you can drink whenever you want.
That's right.
When you're 91.
That's right.
So that was words of wisdom.
That's what he always says.
Anytime I give him a hard time about early drinking.
He's like 5 times your age. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
But no one has to deal with it. Like, we're all dealing with you.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a whole other story. But that's words of wisdom from the brandy flavored rattlesnake.
Bob Lamas.
I love that.
Big Dog AC Show. Thank you for listening. We're going to walk out of the studio and get it done tonight.
Yep.
But we'll be back. We'll be back next weekend and then Halloween.
Well, no, we got 2 weekends. So next weekend is going to be my monster episode.
Monster episode next weekend. I don't know what kind of beers we're going to get.
Hopefully we find that pumpkin pack. I don't know. We're going to look for it.
We're going to give it a shot. So thank you for listening. Appreciate you. Peace out. Thank you very much.
Check out YouTube.
Share us
with everybody.
Yes.
Like and share us, please.
Yes. Thank you.